So pleasure and reward are two completely different things. Okay, so today is December 1st, and I have completed a No Nut November or No Fap for 30 days. And I want to talk about this with you. And it's something that I actually used to do in my 20s, and it would really get me out of my depressions and just problems. I just had other hang-ups with masturbation and everything like that when I was younger. I really sustained from it. And I remember being more productive, and my life was increasing, and I was getting better and better and better. And then, you know, I got comfortable and maybe got into the habit of what I'm going to talk about, which is rewarding yourself for absolutely nothing. And generally speaking, most men, women as well, but men have a higher problem with masturbation, and getting that pleasure with actually doing absolutely nothing versus studying hard and getting good grades and then accomplishing something, or, you know, learning something new and sitting down and forcing yourself to learn something, and then, you know, and then increasing your day rate, for instance, in my case would be basically you work for that reward. And that's something that I think a lot of people lack, especially these days because of porn and the accessibility of it online, and it's just everywhere. And, you know, it's pretty popular on the internet that, like, if you're depressed, one of the first things you should try doing is stop masturbating. Like, stop giving yourself these rewards for doing fucking nothing. It's probably been a few years since the last time I did something like this. But now I'm like, oh yeah, crap, that's why I used to do it all the time. So I'll be doing this again. Probably I'm going to see if I can go to 90 days. I'm not really sure, but I want to go over some of the things that happened to maybe help, hopefully motivate you to try it out yourself. It's not easy. It's not. But it does, you get better at it. Here's the first thing that happened, and I'm pretty sure this would be obvious, is my confidence is through the frickin' roof. Like, I can walk into a room and feel great. And it's not like I'm thinking like, oh, I don't masturbate, I'm walking into the room, look how awesome I am. It's something that takes over you in the sense that I have been treating myself really well, and I've been working really hard for anything that I've gained. So, for instance, with that, social interactions come as a side effect of this confidence. Like, I can talk to anybody, and, you know, normally, like, maybe it seems like I'm pretty together most of the time, but I'm actually a pretty weird dude sometimes, actually a lot of times. And I'm weird, and like sometimes I have hard times with eye contact. And now, like, I can hold eye contact, and I'm not thinking like, oh, hold eye contact, look at their eyes, and then not actually listen to anything they're saying, because I'm too busy thinking about my weird social problems. Now it's just like I can feel it, like I'm there, I'm present, and I have that, and I'm just so present, and that's really important. And people really feed off that. They can feel it, and it boosts up them as well. So people that I've talked to before, I can feel a new connection with them. With all these things that start to happen is I'm happier. It's just crazy. It's not, I really can't sum up exactly why or when it started to happen. It was probably around week 2 that I started to feel an elevated mood on the positive. And maybe I'll get back into that if I can think of things. My willpower it's just so much better. I accomplish so much more. You've been seeing videos I've been cranking out, and this is just extra. This is just like, oh, I'm doing some videos too, but I have a whole set of things I've been doing that you guys don't even know about. It's just, even in general, just cleaning my room or something. Like, eating healthier, going shopping, not eating out like every week, you know, like these things, it's just, I'm just more accomplished because I'm just motivated. So that's another thing. Yeah, there's no brain fog too. Like, it's kind of like, you know how when you're sick, you can feel that fog, like you remember what it's like. It's kind of like the opposite of that. It was like I was sick my whole entire like past few years, and I didn't even know it. It was just like now I'm feeling like, oh, this is how life is supposed to feel. Like, you're not supposed to feel this crazy, like, blur, like, just in your whole thought process. And like, meditation does clear that up quite a bit. And, you know, like, meditation is a very equivalent reason why, which a similar results with meditation, as far as like clarifying your brain. You get smarter, you're more creative with meditation. You're faster on your toes, you're wittier, everything. This is very, very similar, but I feel like it's a little bit stronger because it's more intense. It requires a little bit more effort than, say, meditation. Female attraction is insane. This is a popular thing, and I hear it, and I remembered it before. And I used to have this like little thing I used to think about when I was doing it way back. I remember I used to like kind of call it like my power. Like, when I didn't do it, I would kind of feel more powerful. I could feel more attractive. Like, if I went out to the bar, and like, let's say I just pulled one off one night and went out to the bar, I know for a fact I wouldn't be hooking up with anybody. I just could feel it. Like, not because that was my belief system, but that was kind of the results. And every time I say, like, went a week or so before, I could go out and just hook up with somebody, or, you know, even if not hook up, but like make out with somebody. And like, this similar feeling has happened. Like I'm just getting like, I don't even know how it happens. Just women just feel it. This is very popular. Like, it's not just me, but like, it's just the inbox is like flooded. I can't even keep track. Like, it's just like a blur, and I don't even care because it's just a result. It's not something that I'm pursuing. I'm actually trying to just chill out on my own right now. And it's just like, they're just hitting me up. And it's really insane. Like, just that in itself should motivate you to try it, because you'll be like, what the fuck? You can even look online and everybody kind of says the same thing. It's insane. I don't understand how it happens. It's a weird brain of women, but they feel it because you get so powerful. I'm hoping this is starting to get to you. Like, this is something really cool. You have power. You have more power. You start to feel more powerful. And hence that belief system kind of makes you kind of act that way. You stand up straighter. You talk slower. A lot of people actually have even said that their voice has gotten lower and darker, like deeper. I'm not sure if mine has or not, but it definitely, my pace is different. My energy is different. It's just kind of a smooth, nice, like rocking in general life. It's really nice. I'm not done yet too. I have a little bit more. My skin has cleared up quite a bit. Like, I have pretty good skin at this time in my like life. I'm like 37 now, and my skin is pretty much cleared up. But the condition of my skin wasn't always awesome. Sometimes it was dry, sometimes it was oily. More oily than most of the times, but lately it's been kind of very velvety. It's really weird, and like, my eyes are gotten like brighter. Like, the whites of my eyes have kind of cleared up. It's weird. I don't even know. It's just kind of like this whole thing. This is a weird one. I hate to share it, but it's great, and hopefully it can motivate you. And it's really weird, but my dick got bigger. Like, I don't even know if that's quite possible, but it just totally seems it. And you know how there's like growers and showers, like one or the other. It's like I'm both. It's crazy. Like, this is the first time in my life that there's ever been a significant change to my buddy down there. You know, honestly, I've seen shit on the internet. There's pills and everything. This is the only number one way that I think you could ever possibly make your dick bigger is don't fucking masturbate. You'll see, and you'll get back to me. And then after, just now, I looked up online to see if like, am I the only one? And then I found a few things that people are like, I don't even understand. It's crazy. They say it's like scientifically impossible, but I know it's bigger. It's crazy. That in itself should get you guys to try this shit. Oh, yeah, I lost weight. So I was up, kind of climbing up past my comfort level, and I'm down like 7 pounds. And in 1 month, like, and I haven't even worked out this month. Like, I just joined the gym on Monday, but I lost 7 pounds just because my general rhythm of life is just better. It's weird, right? That's actually the end of the list. And what I really want you to take away from this is, I highly suggest doing it. This is your life you're talking about, and giving yourself these rewards or this pleasure without actually doing anything for it is really screwing with your psychology, especially if it's porn. And I'm not saying that particularly masturbation in itself is the worst thing ever. I think it's really kind of more down to porn. And if you look up NoFap stuff, you will see plenty of really solid scientific reasons why pornography is ruining like today's youth and people in general, but specifically for a younger generation, which is a lot of the people who watch this my videos. So I really want to bring that to your attention. Google this stuff, YouTube it. There's a ton of stuff. There's this great TED Talk. I'll actually link that in the bio. There's like porn is really bad, but masturbation can also kind of, it's almost like they're really hard to separate. Now, I've seen people, like, once you kind of get this everything under control, like, you could probably fap, but just with your imagination, like, bring it back to the old school, like, that, getting rid of that stimulus, kind of like feeling like when, I remember when I was like a kid doing it, like, when there was no porn, like, computers, it was because of like a crush on somebody, and there was an emotional connection. It was something weird, like, it was something totally different, and it was almost like healthier. Although I had a super crazy superstition, if I ever thought of somebody I knew while I was doing it, it would ruin all chances of ever having a connection with them. So I try to stay away from that. But yeah, there's so much on this topic, and I can't cover it. I'm not like a scientist on that stuff. That's why I want you to look around. I can just tell you from my example that it's insane what happens. Now, a few tips now at the end, if you've sat through it this much. It's hard. It's really difficult. And you just kind of have to make the decision. And you just kind of need to believe in yourself. Like, it's not that hard. You're not doing something. Like, when you feel some trigger, come up, just kind of like take a step back. Be like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I won't let myself do this. And you just kind of find something else to do, drink some water, whatever. You might feel a little bit of stress, and the stress actually increases. I remember on day 3, oh, fuck, it was so stressful. Like, I was losing my shit because I was stressed in life, and I just wanted that release. And that's what I found that I was doing most of the time. If I ever was doing it, it was for that emotional stress release. And that's not healthy. If I were to do it, I'd want to do it for the sake of doing it, to enjoy it, to be like, this is my time and everything, not because I was stressed out. And you'll find that every single time you skip it, you're like, oh, I guess that was stress. Like, because then you start to feel the stress of not doing it. You shouldn't feel stressed because you're not doing something. It should be something like in its own little thing. And if that makes any sense. But as far as tips go, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted, but you just kind of have to really believe in yourself and make that choice. Believe that these results are going to be real. And I mean, if it comes down to the sex that like feeling of trying to get that out, like you will find the attraction and women just kind of like pulling towards you. They'll like wink at you walking down the street, and they'll just like be touching you all the time. It's super crazy. I don't even do anything. I don't leave the house ever, and it's just like crazy. I'll go outside and it just happens. Like, it's so weird. But yeah, so that's the end of this video. I really don't know how else to end it. So let me know if you guys have tried it or anything like that. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right, talk to you later. Peace.